the Monday night game, if Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys lose to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, could Mike be gone? Big Mike.
What's the better scenario if you want him out? Is it what Mike Florio said with us last week from Pro Football Talk, that it would be another debacle with the clock, with Dak and the fall, it's sliding against San Francisco, and how could you call that play? Or is it if they get housed? Does it even matter? Either scenario.
Either scenario. I mean, if they're killed, I think you have to consider it for sure.
And how they played down the stretch, and Dak has regressed.
I mean, Paul, can you actually imagine if another scenario happens like it did last year? You'd fire him on the field. I can't imagine a scenario where it would be that bad. That's an all-time screw-up that they had. I
mean, Sean Payton is out there, and you wanted to hire him, and you were going to hire him, and then the crazy story in Mike's book about the Anthony Davis trade, and Loomis didn't want to lose Anthony Davis and Sean Payton, but he was going to go to Dallas. I mean, with him out there now, and I know he said, Strahan asked him, chances you're at Fox next year. He said 7 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
But he can have his pick. But I don't care. Even if they get beat, it's unacceptable. You ever won a road playoff game since 93? Come on.
I don't think that'll do it, though.
Come on.
I think we've seen it too many. Here's Jerry. Jerry Jones was on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas. He was asked if McCarthy and his job could be in jeopardy with a loss on Monday.
No. I don't even want to. No. That's it. I don't need to go into all the pluses or minuses, but we're not seeing any. We're not basing. I've got a lot more to evaluate Mike McCarthy on than this playoff game.
It seems like he doesn't want to go down that road and envision a scenario where they lose. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Plus and minuses. Come on.
What's a lot more to go on?
Yeah.
I mean, again, if it is ugly against the Buccaneers, you have this and you have the debacle against the 49ers last year. That outweighs anything else. Because when it matters most, you're not getting the job done.
Yeah.
And Big Mike was far from good in Green Bay. Odds are up again. DraftKings, Arizona, next head coach. Sean Payton, the shortest shot on the board at plus 250. Would you want to go to Arizona?
They're going to trade Hopkins now? I don't want. No.
It appears like, Hopkins is not going to be back.
No.
And who knows how long Kyler Murray's going to be out next year.
Yep.
With the ACL.
There you go. That's another one. He'll miss the start of the season. And he's also, this is a strange list, too.
Yeah.
About who. Good luck, right? There's always surprises. I mean, the Hackett thing last year, too.
Well, that's the thing. I believe that you're going to be able to find a guy on this board at long odds that's going to pay off. Because it's not going to be Sean Payton. Shane Steichen is the Eagles' offensive coordinator. He's the second guy on the board at plus 650.
Now, you've got to be kidding me. Bieniemy can't get a job, but you're seeing Hackett and this name. I mean, come on. What are we doing?
Yep.
I mean, I love the ring around the rosy. Stuff like that. I mean, the creativity and what Bieniemy has done in Kansas City. And again, they hired Peters. Peterson got a job. Nagy got a job. Nagy didn't work out, but Nagy also stopped the creativity after year 1 in Chicago. It didn't make any sense. Right. Then he started protecting Trubisky.
I think the Arizona situation is god-awful. I can't believe how badly they've screwed this up. They gave Kingsbury an extension 10 months ago to 2027. They gave Murray a foolish contract, and now he's out for a long time. And, oh, by the way, they're doubling down because we found out yesterday Kyler Murray is going to have some sort of say or input into the next head coach. Here's Michael Bidwell from the Cardinals side talking about Murray's role in the next step.
I think so. I mean, right now, obviously, he's recovering from a surgery and will be rehabbing in the offseason. But I think the big thing is he remains a dual-threat, incredibly explosive player. And, he's going to recover from this injury, and we're going to have a great player come back next year. And so I think it's really important for us to make sure that we don't lose sight of that. And let's not lose sight of 13 months ago. We were 12-2. We're the hottest team in the league just 13 months ago. And so you've all seen it. They're teams that have been down a few years ago that have flipped around and now are in the playoffs. So I feel like we can be a quick turnaround. We've got to get the right head coach, the right general manager in here, and that we can do that. We've got a lot of talent on this team, and we need to recover from these injuries, get back to focusing on, what are the things that we need to be doing to win the NFC West.
Yeah, I don't think they're close to that team that was 12-2 13 months ago.
No way.
Not close.
No, and I understand you want him on the same page and with the new coach, but it was ugly how he couldn't get along with Kingsbury.
Absolutely.
It was a horrible relationship.
So I'm pretty firm on this. I think that Dan Quinn's going to be surfacing again in the next coaching cycle. If you bet Dan Quinn at plus odds at every one of these spots, if he did the math right, I think he'd make some money because he ranges between plus 225 and 12 to 15 to 1. I think Dan Quinn's going to get one of them.
Yes.
He'll be back coaching somewhere next year.
Mm-hmm.
So for this Cardinals job, he's a longer shot here. He's at 12 to 1. I don't think Harbaugh's 15 to 1. I would not bet him there either. Does Frank Reich show up again? Or does he take a year off? I'm not talking specifically about Arizona. I'm talking about any of these jobs.
There was news about him yesterday, I thought. I may have missed that if Dustin could find it. I think Harbaugh's just using this to get another raise. I mean, he's really going to leave Michigan?
I've
changed my mind on that.
I don't think he should.
Right. With what's out there? Yeah.
Yeah, for what it's worth, again, the Broncos did have a virtual interview with Jim Harbaugh on Monday. So they had that, and let me find out here. The Broncos' next head coaching odds, he's plus 330 to go there. Quinn's the favorite. Shorter shot at plus 225.
Right. Wilson was asked about him, too, and he signed off on it. And it just had rave reviews for Dan Quinn. But the Peyton thing's interesting. You know? They're gonna throw that kind of money at you, right? And I'm with you, though. Get out of the AFC, especially in that division. But I still think it's a good situation. If anyone can fix Wilson, and you have to fix him, what you gave up, again, what a year for Seattle, right? You trade him and unload you don't have to sign him, right? And you get a top 5 pick, and you're rebuilding, and you make the playoffs.
Right.
Nuts what happened in Seattle.
You're in it just so happens that the division, but that's part of the breaks, right? Awful. Rams, and the Rams could be bad for a long time, and I think the Cardinals are going to be bad for a while.
I am hearing things about Ryans. Maybe Ryans, the 49er DC, could get that too.
Ryans is definitely going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know which spot that he would prefer, but D'Amico Ryans is probably going to end up with a head coaching spot in the next couple of weeks. But it depends on how long they make it, month, whatever that time frame is going to be. Harbaugh, again, he's like between plus 225 and plus 350 to get a couple of these jobs. And it comes down to either the Broncos or the Colts. But to your point,
it is Bruce Feldman reporting this. That was Bruce Feldman who said if it's a big offer, he's going.
Yeah.
So I do with that what you want.
Quinn is 6 to 1 to go there. And then you have names like Ben Johnson plus 650. I'm talking about Indy now. Aaron Glenn plus 750. Raheem Morris 10 to 1. D'Amico Ryans is 10 to 1 to go there. Again, these spots for Sean Payton to land, man, why would he go to Indy?
Look at Saturday, 15 to 1. Still under consideration. Ballard said that too yesterday in that press conference.
You know what? Is that the play?
Oh, my God. He can't be serious if Irsay does this. You can't be serious.
Again, it's not what I actually think that might be worse than pizza money.
But Ballard was asked, will Saturday be back yesterday?
He is going to be a candidate, okay? Tough. And I told Mr. Irsay this. I mean, when he made the decision and we talked through Jeff, I voiced my concerns, which were, look, this is unprecedented. And we're putting him into a really tough situation here, taking a team over midseason. It's going to be tough, and I wanted to make sure he understood that. And I had the same talk with Jeff. But, look, here's what I know about Jeff, being around him. He is smart. He is a good teammate, and he is a leader. Like, those things are real. And now we need to find out, because we didn't get into, like, you can't change. Like, you can't do wholesale changes, like, when you come in week 8. That stuff starts in April.
I think that there might be something to it.
It also sounds like Irsay does whatever he wants.
No doubt.
He doesn't care what Ballard says.
And that's part of the reason why I would take a slice of Jeff Saturday. I really would.
Oh, my God.
And then fall off my couch laughing when they make that the decision. How about the next Carolina head coach? Wilkes is plus 350.
He's got to get the job.
Doesn't that seem too obvious?
He did a great job. I was wrong on that. He did a great job. Looked like they were going to tank. They traded McCaffrey. You're like, oh, they're going to lose the most games. Almost made the damn playoffs.
And we found out how much the players like him, and they were playing for him to keep the job.
I'm with Mike Pritchard. I can't see, because Shane Steichen used to play quarterback here, and I'm like, Shane Steichen?
Yeah.
Visit VSiN.com to get current odds, listen for free, find showtimes, and download VSiN sports betting podcasts.